today we have a Cummins ISM, which is essentially a sister engine or a brother engine, whatever the hell you want to call it, of the Cummins M11, L10, M11, now it's ISM. This is a 2009 International, and right now we have a couple things going on, okay? We have an injector that seems to be missing. It's not firing correctly. So what you can do if you have your software, again, you're going to need your Insight software for this. You can go look up your codes. Now, right now, you're going to notice we have no codes for injectors. Okay, 2638, 2637, and 1117. Has to do with your filter, and a power supply issue. Okay. Now, again, nothing to do with injector, but the reason why I'm going to do this little test is because you can feel the truck shaking more. Let's just say more than a normal diesel will do, okay? So once you close that down, you can go over to your left side, you can go to your ECM diagnostic tests, and you can do a cylinder cutout test, okay? Now, right now, the truck is shaking. It's at idle. All the injectors are supposed to be firing. Again, no check engine light. Doesn't mean we don't have a bad injector, because, again, injectors are like electric or electronic, and they are mechanic, okay? They internal components. So right now, if I cut out number one, you're going to hear the difference. I hope you can. If you're inside the truck, you can feel the difference. It'll tremble more. And you can hear the injector when it turns back on. So it'll cut out. In other words, it'll stop working, and it'll turn back on. It'll restore back to normal. No, I've narrowed it down to number 6 is not working properly. I'm going to show you. So there's number 6, my bottom left. See, nothing. There's no difference as far as the injector cutting out. Now I'm going to cut out number 5. I hope you can hear the difference, and it trembles a lot more. Okay, so now we have an injector number 5. Now, number 1 injector was replaced. I typically recommend to have all of them done. However, you know, everyone's budget and wallet is a little different. In this particular case, we did just the 1 injector. Everything worked fine. And now we have injector number 6, which is acting up. Number 5 is working. There's number 4. There's number 3. There's number 2. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but again, you want it to shake, you want it to cut out, and you want to see how it responds to what the test is asking. In this case, again, number 6 is acting up. Okay, now the reason why I'm doing this as well, okay, the reason why I'm going through this entire process here, I'm going to stop, I'm going to get out of this screen, and I'm going to go to my previous fault code. Now, fault code, again, fault code 2638, fault code 2637. 6 times, 5 times. After treatment, DOC, okay, least severe. And then after treatment, DOC face plug. Okay, now this is probably because, well, your injector's not working right. It's spitting out a lot more fuel than it needs to be. And that's what's causing your filter to get clogged. Now, what's going to happen is eventually it gets to the point where a regen is not going to help, and you have to drop the filters and get them cleaned. You have to clean them and bake them, okay? I recommend replace your injectors, get everything cleaned, put it all back together, and everything will be good. Everyone will be happy. Now, do this before you have any further filter damage. As you all know, the DOC is expensive and the DPF is expensive to replace. It's much cheaper to maintain shit than it is to replace it. So I hope this video kind of helped you guys out a little bit to understand, hey, this is what we do to kind of narrow things down rather than just kicking you guys down the road and tell you everything's fine. I'd rather tell you guys the truth and say, hey, guess what? Your injector's acting up, let's replace it. And, you know, this way you can get back on the road and make some money. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. As always, I try to respond as fast as possible. Hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.